Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on their in-state rivals to the south, the Miami Dolphins. Here's the former Illini kicker, Chase McLaughlin, to get us started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And, right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Here we go, shot. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash. Go now. Ready?
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The Dolphins had 4-11 on the year. They've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Let's go now.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Up the middle, Achane. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this This defense for the Bucs, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Viking 18. Let go.
Here's a toss left for Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
70 Timberwolf. Street. Go.
Achane here. They stay on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Ready. 60 Bison. Ready.
Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive here with Gainwell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw, Mayfield. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now he's going to step up and run. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Mayfield to throw it. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 31-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Ready.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Okay, ready.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Achane on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready, ready.
Right back to Achane on second down. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Again, it's Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
18 Cardinal, 18.
Willis will look to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive.
Panther 60. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Willis looking to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Bronco 80.
A run straight ahead with Achane. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 21, here's a 2nd and 4.
Come on, set. Gravity Lions. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. Willis looks to pass it here. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jelani Woods, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And fights through one man. Down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he'll go down at the 28. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Mayfield now. That is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
What's that?
Throwing, Mayfield. Here's a screen with Gainwell. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's